All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Gone! Here we go now. Blue, 90.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. They shakes him off. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third line, you really got to recognize. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now out come the Steelers. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Yeldon on the dump-off. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. On my drive chart, I write successful drives in blue, and so far for them, 4 first-half drives, 4 touchdowns. It's all blue, no red.
What did they see on film? What did they see on tape that led them to have this type of a game plan, this type of execution? They're reading them like they're a true open book.
Oh, my goodness. In every facet, too. And then on the other side, I mean, it's domination right now offensively.
Yeah, they're going to need one player to make a monster play to try and stop this time.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Again to Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They run with Howard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Steeler 1st down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Barney!
Here's Rudolph. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And now running right through it. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route would rank near the top. And on that one, They almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll drop to throw. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, as the first half is winding down. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on third. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. The give is to Bell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll go again with Bell. Leaping over him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. This call down near the goal line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Here's Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. He finds Yeldon. T.J. Yeldon. Touchdown! T.J. Yeldon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rudolph throwing on second down, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rudolph now to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Man open left side is Brown. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.